There we are. All right, welcome everyone to the first annual Warhammer YouTubers Year-End Awards voting show. I am your host, Matiram, and with me as co-host is Vince Venturella.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
We were supposed to have a second co-host of Whoopie Womp, but due to some personal issues, he's had to bow out of this show. But this is going to be a pretty quick show. The whole point to this, for those who haven't been following along, it was mentioned earlier in the year that as the year came to a close, that we as a community should get together and have the YouTube equivalent of the Oscars.
I think it's a higher honor, frankly. It's even more gala and special and fantastic than the Oscars.
Well, I will definitely agree that it is certainly more exclusive, being that there are only two people involved in this so far.
Wow.
So what we have done is we've compiled together 10 categories, which we will ask the YouTube Warhammer community to vote on. Vince has been so nice to set us up a survey site that is going to be open-ended and allow everyone to vote for whomever they wish, as we didn't feel it was fair for us to choose nominees, in which case the choices would have been limited by our interests as opposed to the community as a whole, so we've left it very much open.
Yeah, let's be honest. With the Academy Awards themselves, it's obviously a rigged system. We all know it. You know, Up might have deserved to win Best Picture, but it's only going to get Best Animated because that's just how it is. It's cronyism, nepotism, it's rascalism. We have none of that. It's all open-ended. So in our categories, you can submit whatever you like that you think fits that category, and we'll tally the votes and do the legwork for you.
Exactly. Now, I will go ahead and say, because Vince is going to have to read all of these, please keep the snide jokes and sexual innuendos in the slots to a minimum.
Or at least give me the real answer first, then right. All the snide comments and sexual innuendo. I mean, I like it being exciting to read the answers as much as the next guy.
Well, excellent. Just to give you guys an idea of how this is going to work, the voting will start today and will run until midnight on December 27th, at which point we will close down the voting survey site, and Vince will help tabulate the answers, and we will have the award show here on my channel on the 29th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After we go through our announcements of who won, the next day or so, the results will be posted on the Google Plus site and pinned at the top for posterity, or at very least the next month or so, to draw the attention that these folks so rightly deserve.
Absolutely, yeah, and don't worry, we will furtively be tallying, and as well, because we're doing this in an open-ended fashion, and because we're letting you sort of write into the 10 categories whatever answer you want, we also just want to point out that in addition to the 10 winners, we're also going to be, sort of covering some honorable mentions and favorites, because the reality is there is a lot of people in this community doing a lot of fantastic work. And we don't want anybody to feel that just because they didn't happen to get the most votes that they're any less valued. That is not the case. There are so many people growing this community every day. I know when I joined, it was, I think, maybe like 500 members, and now it's about to crest 900. This is a positive, growing community, and this is just an acknowledgement of all the great and hard work everybody's done.
Absolutely. So, without further ado, what we're going to do now is announce each of the categories and just talk briefly about what we consider to be appropriate criteria and what each category is ultimately supposed to be recognizing to help you make your decision. I'll go ahead and announce the first. The number 1 award is going to be for Best Competitive Battle Reporter. Now, what we're aiming for here is the best battle reporter who focuses primarily on competitive and/or tournament play. That does not have to be exclusively what this person reports on. But we are looking here more towards the tactical acumen, the generalship, the teaching folks how to win, those sorts of things, and how best those are represented by that battle reporter's work and their channel on a whole.
Very good.
So,
yeah.
Vince, if you want to go with number 2.
Let's do it. All right. Number 2 category, the best to match up very well. The best casual battle reporter. Almost it's like Golden Globe's best comedy to best drama comparison. You know, both are equally valuable. Tragedy and comedy, the 2 classics. For the casual battle reporter category, what we're looking for is the battle report that you watch because you like. It could be the story of it. It could be the way that they deliver it. It's fun. It could be the terrain and items they tend to use that are very outside the norm. It's clearly not focused on tournament play. It's focused on maybe more beer and pretzels or having a good time and just taking the game casually and sort of playing it as many of us do in our basements and or garages or whatever. Some good old garage hammer and casual battle reporting that focuses on the fun.
Absolutely. Number 3, we have best tournament coverage. This one's pretty self-explanatory. What we're looking for here is the battle reporter that best brings you into the action, makes the tournament a live event, and shows what it is that's special about this community in the tournament scene and helps to communicate that. For this one, we would request that you not only name the battle reporter in question, but the tournament that they are covering, so that we know specifically what your vote is going for there.
Yes, indeed. And that leads us to the 4th category. One I am a particular fan of, and that is best rant video. We don't need you to name the particular video, but we do need you to pick someone who loves to rant. The wilder, the crazier, the rantier, the better. If there's one thing I love showing up to in the morning when I bring up my Warhammer collection on YouTube, it's a nice series of rant videos. The angrier, the wackier, the more fun, the more engaging, the more energetic, the better. That's what we want. So pick your favorites and line it up for best rant.
Okay. That brings us to number 5, best new series. And what we're looking for here is an ongoing series that occurs on one or the other of the channels that is particularly interesting, entertaining, or gives back to the hobby and the community. So that in many ways speaks for itself, but what we want to recognize here is that continual ongoing work. So it's not really appropriate to pick a specific video if there hasn't been any follow-up. We definitely want to recognize the folks who are going out there week after week, day after day, whatever it is, and continually entertaining and informing us all.
Absolutely. All right. And then we come up to our next category. Of course, it's not just all about people yelling at the screen angrily and showing little plastic men move around. We got to get those little plastic men ready for the field. And so hence we have the 6th category, which is best hobby advice. Obviously, a big part of this this community is sharing the hobbying aspect, be it modeling, converting, painting, whatever. And there's a lot to learn. I think you could spend years and years and years doing this and still not know it all. And only through the shared community and the shared knowledge do we all grow. And so we want to recognize those people who take the time to share that advice and wisdom with the community. That's the best hobby advice category.
Absolutely. And number 7, we come to best rumor mongering. Here we want to recognize the person who has had their ear to the ground, who has been going out and doing that footwork to make sure that the community stays up to date on all of the happenings in the wargaming world, in Warhammer, in GW. We want to recognize those who go out and dig up the tits and just let the rest of us know what's going on, because this is a big community in the wargaming world, and it's not easy for everybody to go out and find this information and stay up to date on themselves. And these folks really dig in and help continue the community and the conversation and the dialogue that we have going. So definitely worthwhile recognizing them as well.
Yes, indeed. Our 8th category, Best Model Submission dash Painting. So what we're looking for here, we've seen a lot of great painted models shared with the YouTubers. So what we'd like is, what was your favorite? In this category, we'd like you to tell us who painted it and what was the model that got your attention. So look back through the catalog. There's certainly been a lot of fantastic painting and work that's been submitted into the YouTubers and to the PMP, and find what you like and submit it in.
And as a partner to that, when we come to Best Model Submission dash Conversion, what we're looking for here is uniqueness. Folks who are really willing to go outside the box to create a piece, a model that is amazing, is eye-catching, is different, is something that draws the attention and sparks conversation. And there's, like Vince said, there's a lot of folks out there doing great work. So we want you to recognize not only the individual here, but the model, the conversion that they made as well.
And that at last takes us to our final category, which is Most Consistent Content. I don't think it's any great secret that YouTube is not a money-making venture. You know, we don't do this for the change. We do this, you know, for the community. And there are a lot of people working hard on a consistent basis to entertain us, to brighten our day, to give us all something to listen to paint to enjoy, and to learn from. And what we want to recognize with this last category is that person who goes above and beyond and delivers a regular, consistent flow of high-quality content. And so that's what we want you to pick here. Give us the channel that delivers for you the consistent content.
Excellent. So that is all 10 of our awards there. I have put the web address of the survey site below in the liner notes, so feel free to go and vote. We have set it up to be an anonymous vote, so you don't have to feel like if you vote for somebody or you don't vote for somebody, it's going to get out. We want everybody to feel comfortable in giving their honest feedback. So definitely vote early, and like I said, it will run till midnight on the 27th, and then we'll see everyone back here on the 29th at 9 p.m. for the final awards show.
Absolutely. And just to clarify, you can only vote once, sadly. It will it will prevent you from voting multiple times, but as he said, it is completely anonymous, so don't worry. All we see is your answers. It just uses your IP and address in the background to make sure that you don't vote multiple times. That's all.
Fantastic. So I'm going to check. I have had the comments up here. I want to make sure that there are no questions. If there are any questions, any problems that you have for the voting, the website, anything like that, feel free to reach out to either myself or Vince. We stay pretty much connected at all times, one or both of us, and we'll answer any questions that you happen to have, and hopefully make this as smooth a experience as we could expect from our first time doing it.
First time, best time. That's what we're going for right here. Knocking it out. First time at the blade.
Awesome. Well, we want to thank everybody for paying attention to this and voting, and we will see you guys on the 29th for the award show. Bye-bye now.